Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah Falciani and I am a certified professional coach and behavior change specialist here to create content and bring content to you each and every week on self-concept, manifestation, personal development, subconscious reprogramming, training your brain and all that, love, relationships, money, success, and creating a life that you cannot get enough of. And today we're going to be talking about training our brain for confidence, training our brain for the most secure, confident self-concept imaginable. And I'm going to give you 3 actionable things that you can go and begin implementing today or tomorrow that will help you train your brain for confidence and train yourself for this confident, secure self-concept that you desire. Why is this important though? Why is this even relevant to manifestation? Well, as within, so without, right? As within, so without. Whatever we are seeing reflected back to us in our external manifested reality or our 3D is reflecting the assumptions that we are holding on a subconscious level. Our self-concept is that collection of subconscious beliefs we're holding about ourselves and the world around us and our object of desire, a person, an amount of money, whatever our goal is, right? And so if we want to see anything reflected back to us specifically, we want to consciously create something, we have to go, okay, this is my goal. Let me get clear on it. And then we have to audit our self-concept and go, is my current self-concept, the beliefs that I'm holding, who I am being each and every day, my identity, is that aligned with what it is that I want? And if not, to start making changes. Our journey of manifestation is about becoming the version of us who already has it. You want a successful business, then you're not creating the business. You're not manifesting the business. You're on the journey of becoming the successful entrepreneur who runs that business, who has that business. So confidence comes into play because not only is confidence like an umbrella term we can use that really is a reflection of some core assumptions that we're holding, like I am chosen, I am respected, I am prioritized, I am sure of myself, I am brave, I am capable. But it also really, if we prioritize developing this skill and training this specifically in our self-concept, really will set us up for success in our manifestation journey, no matter what it is that we want to create. Because having a confident self-concept and training this specifically is going to keep you steady and keep your energy behind your goal, even when things look a little weird in the 3D. That contract falls through, that goal looks like it's not going to happen, that person doesn't text you back, you go through a breakup, that person says they actually don't want commitment right now, whatever is going on, whatever shaky thing happens in your 3D, whatever weird thing happens in the 3D that maybe throws you off or makes you believe that your goal might not happen, a confident self-concept is what is going to keep your belief behind your goal. It's going to be what keeps you showing up. It's going to keep you in faith, in trust. It's going to keep you showing up. So it's incredibly important to be specifically working on this area of your self-concept and becoming your most confident self, your most secure self, a part of becoming the version of you who has the outcome that you desire. I had a little bit of a lighting situation, so if things suddenly changed, that's why. But let's go ahead and get into it. Let's talk about the 3 things that you can begin implementing today, 3 things that I personally practice, and 3 things I have all of my clients and students practice to support them in developing this confident and secure self-concept. So the first, we're going to start practicing self-compassion each and every day. This is non-negotiable. You are not going to be able to grow and become the version of you that you desire to be if you are constantly criticizing yourself and being incredibly hard on yourself for being a human, because that's what you are. You are a human being. You are the universe, of course. We are all energetic beings. You are a soul first and foremost, but you are living a human experience. And this is your first time in this lifetime, at least. And so it's your first time through. It's your first time being you in your current circumstances at your age. It's your first time. It's your first time. You're learning. Never, ever stop learning. As long as you keep this growth mindset, as long as you keep this idea of everything is an opportunity for me to learn, I'm doing my best with the information that I have at any given moment. So long as you are willing to self-reflect, take accountability, learn from your experiences and your decisions, and you are willing to try to do a little bit better, and you're committed to that 1% better vibe each and every day, you're fine. You're golden. But as long as you are criticizing yourself and being really, really hard on yourself and beating yourself up for every little thing you see in the 3D that's not exactly what you want, every decision that you make that didn't turn out the way that you wanted, every single time you made a decision in business that lost you some money, every single time you said something to your specific person or your significant other, that didn't turn out real well, maybe they didn't take it well, or you initiated or you put yourself out there, or you were vulnerable and it didn't go the way that you were hoping it would go. Every time you do anything where it doesn't have the results that you want, if you're beating yourself up about it and you're creating a really negative space for yourself, there's no way you can thrive. So beginning to practice this self-compassion and just speaking to yourself in a more kind way, creating an environment where you are speaking to yourself and pouring into yourself in the way that each and every one of us really and truly deserves always. You being your biggest fan, you being your biggest cheerleader, you being your biggest supporter, you being that for yourself, that alone is going to change your life. Because the more you do that and the more you show up for yourself and the more you back yourself, that means external criticism is not going to get you down. That means other people saying things about you or to you, it's not going to get to you. As long as you are being very self-critical, as long as you are being very hard on yourself, the more you will see that reflected back to you, the more you're going to see that mirrored back to you, because that's what you're available for and that's what you're looking for on a subconscious level. But if you are training your brain and creating an environment for yourself energetically that's only available for constructive feedback and growth, then you're training your brain to look for that, and that is what you'll see from your environment. And that leads me into number 2, which may sound very similar to number 1, but it is a little bit different. Practicing positive self-talk and minding your mental diet and cultivating a mental diet that is specifically designed to support the development of this confident and secure self-concept. So what does this look like? This is not just creating an environment where you're practicing self-compassion, you're being kind to yourself, you're very growth-minded, but it's more specific to the thoughts that you were thinking and what you are exposing yourself to each and every day, what content you were listening to, what conversations you were engaging in, what music you were listening to, what books you were listening to or reading, all of it, everything that is going in through your brain, every word that is coming out of your mouth. Can we be more intentional about cultivating it in a way that supports who you desire to become? So bringing awareness to the words that you were speaking and thoughts that you were thinking and challenging yourself to go, is that actually constructive? Is that true? Is that supporting me in being who I desire to be and creating what I desire to create? Is that a reflection of a confident and secure self-concept, or is that a reflection of fear, lack, insecurity, not enoughness, not being chosen, afraid what I want isn't going to happen, and then holding yourself accountable to speaking more intentionally and thinking more intentionally in a language that is a reflection of who you desire to be. So this is where your affirmations may come in. This is where boundaries will come in with other people that you're talking to. This is where the environments that you're putting yourself in really, really, really become something you need to be aware of. Because trust me when I tell you, if you are working on building your confidence and your sense of security and you are continuously in environments that are just not supporting that and cutting you down, and you are hanging out with a lot of insecure people, a lot of fear-minded people, a lot of lack-minded people, a lot of people who are encouraging and reflecting old story, right? You're spending time in environments that are feeding and fueling and supporting that story. That's not going to help you build the confident and secure self-concept that you want. We don't have time for engaging in any kind of self-talk or external talk or external influences that are going to feed and fuel some kind of narrative that we don't want to subscribe to anymore. So number 2, being mindful of your self-talk, being very, very, very diligent about your mental diet. That's going to really serve you, along with number 1. Third, last, but certainly not least, we're going to start taking action as our most confident and secure self. We are going to start acting as if. Now, what I'm not talking about is skipping the inner work, which is what 1 and 2 were really about, to just go and take action. Like, we're not pretending. We're not going to pretend that we're confident because, correct me if I'm wrong, but can we not all tell when someone is not confident, but they're pretending? Doesn't it read like, can't we see it coming from a mile away? We can all think of someone or sometime, or maybe we were that person. I certainly had that chapter of my life where we tried to put on a front and we tried to pretend that we were confident and we tried to act, right? And it just didn't work because we weren't doing the inner work. Our growth mindset wasn't there. The mental diet wasn't there. We weren't thinking and feeling and really vibrating at the frequency of a confident person. So pretending to be confident wasn't doing us any good. But there are actions that we can take each and every day that have nothing to do with pretending, that are intentional actions that are aligned with who we desire to be. So what might this look like? Doing the scary thing, some of your goals, and actually breaking them down into smaller steps and beginning to make moves with them. Other things might be challenging yourself to trust a little bit more and release control in manifestation in your relationship. This was a big one for me. I am recovering from quite a few wounds, quite a bit of trauma. I also have borderline personality disorder. So control in my relationship and with my partner, with my man, was really, really challenging for me. It's been very challenging for me over the years to learn how to trust him and to learn, more importantly, to trust myself to be okay no matter what he does or doesn't do. Because at the end of the day, trust issues, it's about our relationship with ourselves. It's not about the other person. It has nothing to do with really, truly trusting the other person. Same in manifestation. It's sure, can we trust God, the universe, the quantum, to do what God, the universe, the quantum does, which is respond to our energy? Sure, can we trust what we can't see, the unseen powers, the co-creative powers, the other half of our co-creative process? Can we trust that? But more importantly, the question is, do we trust ourselves to show up and have faith and be willing and able to handle whatever comes our way if we choose to trust? So in what ways can you begin trusting your process a little bit more? In what ways can you begin trusting your partner a little bit more? In what ways can you begin trusting God, the universe, the quantum a little bit more, and trusting your manifestation journey? More fun examples might be sitting down and creating an avatar of your most confident and secure self and going, okay, who is that version of me? What are their habits? What are their hobbies? How do they think? How do they act? How do they feel? You guys know my questions by now. And how do they dress? How do they walk into a room? And beginning to implement little things from that list, from that avatar, into your life now. Practice walking into a room without your phone in your hands. Eyes up, head up, eyes forward, shoulders back. Walk into the room like you belong to. Affirming, every room I walk into is mine. Every room I walk into becomes mine. I belong in every room I walk into. I belong here. I was made for this. Affirming for that, giving yourself that self-talk, beginning to implement the mental diet and the nurturing the environment for that mindset to grow and develop, and then start backing it with action by starting to walk into rooms like you really and truly deserve to be there, because you do. Hobbies. If your most confident self has some badass hobbies, start signing up for classes. Start identifying the limits of your comfort zone and pushing them just a little bit, in big ways, maybe, in small ways, maybe, and every way does not have to cost you a ton of money. You don't have to go buy a whole new wardrobe. You don't have to sign up for a $500 a month fitness class package. It can be trying something new, committing to trying something new. A big exercise that I love to give my students and clients in this area under number 3 is going to dinner by yourself. Go and have a meal by yourself. If you want to ease into it, take your laptop, take a book, take something to occupy yourself so you feel like you have something to do. Even playing on your phone will work, but challenge yourself to get to the point where you can sit and have a meal where it's you, your plate, no distractions. No, if you've seen Sex and the City, there's an episode where Carrie does this. No buffer, no nothing. You just go and you eat, or you have a cocktail or a mocktail or a cup of coffee or whatever, and you just exist in that environment solo. Solo. Can you do that? Can you go to the movies by yourself? Can you go and try something new by yourself? Do not underestimate how big of an impact that can have on building your confidence. All of these are just some examples of actions that you can begin taking and implementing in your life to support you in cultivating this confident and secure self-concept that you desire. As we wrap up this video, I want to leave you with just one more point and a final thought. All of these things can be combined into a daily practice that will support you in becoming the version of you desire to be. So maybe confidence and security wasn't primarily what you were watching this video for, but maybe you want to feel more abundant. Maybe you want to manifest wealth. Maybe you want to be more successful in your business. Maybe you do want to manifest love. No matter what it is that you want to do, growth mindset and cultivating a supportive environment for your growth and expansion and your transformation. 2, minding your mental diet and making sure that your thoughts, your words, the environments you're putting yourself in, the content that you are consuming, what you are allowing to influence you is supportive of you becoming who you desire to be. And 3, choosing to take action, intentional, conscious action as the version of you desire to be. Choosing to expand your comfort zone, choosing to take chances, choosing to take steps in the direction that you want to go. You seriously can't fail. These 3 things are going to serve you no matter what it is that you want to create in your life. If this video resonated and you liked these 3 action items, this content and way more is what we're going to be going over in this live round of my brand new program, Spiraling to Secure, the self-concept transformation program that is going to help you go from spiraling and anxious over your person and manifestation to confident and secure and fully embodying the self-concept of the version of you who has what it is that you want. All of those details are through the link in the description. And if you have any questions at all, just comment on this video, share with someone who you think will benefit, maybe your manifestation accountability buddy, and tune in next time for our next video. I love you all so much. I'm so proud of you. Keep going. Don't give up.